Explain like I'm 5. Why can't we artificially rebuild the ozone layer? What are the technical or financial challenges? Would it even help against global warming? The ozone layer is almost healed now because we've stopped using ozone-destroying chemicals. Yay, and ozone has nothing to do with global warming. Thanks for everyone's input. Would it even help against global warming? This is the important part of the question. Because the answer is no. The ozone layer has feck all to do with global warming. Totally unrelated issues. I've been wondering for quite a while now where this idea that the ozone layer is related to global warming even comes from. What I'm doing is going underground. About 4 to 6 foot down. It has many benefits. Cooler. Safe from nuclear disaster and more. I can build you one. It's not necessary. As far as I know, nothing's wrong with the ozone layer. We can. But we don't need to. The ozone layer naturally rebuilds over time as long as chemicals that react with ozone aren't being released in huge quantities anymore. Financial challenges would be paying for the energy needed to run ozone generators, bottle the stuff, and release it into the stratosphere. Ozone doesn't interact with the greenhouse effect in any appreciable amount. Its largest effect is reflecting, absorbing higher energy charged particles and radiation from space that can cause cancers in living organisms. The ozone layer is rebuilt when UV light interacts with oxygen in the air. It's self-healing, but unfortunately there are way too many chemicals actively destroying ozone at the same time. Talk about having a foot on the gas and the brake at the same time. We simply don't need to. We have stopped using the chemicals that caused the degeneration of the ozone layer. The hole has mostly closed. And it is still healing. At this point it is simply unnecessary. Technically, we do. Ground-level ozone is 100% man-made and it's a toxic part of smog. Too bad it's not in the upper atmosphere where we need it. The biggest thing missing from most of the explanations below is that the ozone-destroying chemical type, CFCs, are also an extremely powerful greenhouse gas. CFCs are 10,000 times stronger than CO2 at trapping heat. So, getting rid of them in the Montreal Protocol actually has also made a substantial dent in the fight against global warming. Good news, we can and have. It just took a long time. Because there were a lot of climate deniers. Once they finally realized how dumb they were, the governments around the world jumped into action. Ozone is, I believe, 3 parts per billion in the upper atmosphere. At ground level it is a poison to humans. And is used to purify water. Nobody has measured this phantom gas. It is actually reactive with chlorine atoms. Or molecules. There are far more chemicals containing chlorine going into the atmosphere than CFCs. The whole exercise was an experiment to see how gullible the public were to control. I have just completed a degree on environmental politics. And if you read the United Nations Millennium Development 2000 paperwork, Appendix 21 will be the place to look.